the most difficult challenge you may have had in boxing?
Well, listen, with the fights that he's had and the wins that he's had under his belt, this is going to be the toughest fight because he's in great form.
Joseph Parker admits he may have underestimated Daniel Dubois in the past, but he's now on a mission to expose the hype surrounding the British powerhouse. Parker is determined to prove that his experience and ring IQ will outshine Dubois' aggression and power when they face off in their highly anticipated clash. This isn't just a fight for redemption, it's a battle to showcase who truly belongs at the top of the heavyweight division.
I'll be able to use speed and movement. I'll be able to use experience. I've been in the ring with a lot of top fighters and had some good wins, had some losses, but I'm able to bring all of that and use it with this fight in front of me.
Joe Parker is laser focused on his February showdown with Daniel Dubois, aiming to reclaim a world title and capture the IBF heavyweight belt. Reflecting on Dubois' meteoric rise, Parker admits to underestimating the British powerhouse in the past, but now acknowledges his growth as a fighter. Dubois' string of impressive victories, including a career-defining win against Anthony Joshua, has earned Parker's respect. However, the former WBO heavyweight champion is ready to face the challenge head-on, determined to prove that his experience and resilience will prevail against Dubois' raw power and momentum.
It was, obviously straight after the fight with Dubois and Joshua, they were waiting to see if Joshua was going to take the rematch. And my name was thrown in the picture, and a few other names thrown in the picture, but they sort of narrowed it down to myself. And then when they announced it online, I was like over the moon because I was looking for a big fight. And Daniel is a great fight to be involved with because he's in good form. He's looked great in his last 3 outings. And he's full of confidence. And with each fight, he looked better and better. So I have to be on my game and better than what I was against Zhang.
Joseph Parker sees his fight against Daniel Dubois as a pivotal opportunity to solidify his resurgence and become a 2-time world champion. Fresh off impressive wins over Deontay Wilder and Zhang, Parker is eager to take on one of the division's most dangerous rising stars. Fully aware of Dubois' raw power and reputation, Parker views this clash as the ultimate test of his experience and adaptability.
I have to really match him. I have to match him for the endurance that he's going to bring, but also he throws a lot of punches, power punches, combinations, and whereas the other guys didn't really throw too much, so I have to really lift my game for Dubois.
The Parker versus Dubois showdown centers on a compelling clash of styles. Dubois, with his size and raw power, is the harder puncher, while Parker leans on his technical skill and extensive experience. Parker's strong resume, featuring wins over heavy hitters like Deontay Wilder and Zhang, demonstrates his ability to handle power, even if he doesn't match Dubois in punching strength.
He has proven how to take away the threat of serious power in the way that he boxes. Obviously, Daniel Dubois, we know he's got some serious power, but
are you talking about Wilder in this instance?
Zhang got a lot of power as well.
Yeah, okay.
And Zhang's hands are actually quite fast.
Yeah, they're very fast.
Well, yeah, but his hands are quite rapid. Parker proved in those 2 fights that he can box to a game plan, stick to a game plan, and obviously execute a game plan. Now, the Dubois thing is an interesting one because Dubois is quicker than the pair of them that we've just been speaking about, right? And he also carries that power.
Yeah.
Do not back against Joseph Parker in this fight because he could nullify this bomb. He could defuse this bomb and he could throw the cat amongst the pigeons with this particular fight. I agree with you. I think Dubois is the favourite going into the fight given the run that he's currently on. But Parker's tail will be up.
He's a live underdog
He's earned
for sure.
this opportunity and he could go in there and nullify this and absolutely...
Carl Froch provided a balanced perspective on the Dubois versus Parker matchup, highlighting both fighters' strengths. He sees Dubois' size and knockout power as giving him the edge, but acknowledges Parker's fitness, resilience, and boxing IQ as key obstacles. Froch praised Parker's experience and proven stamina in 12-round bouts. According to him, if Dubois can neutralize Parker's craftiness and maintain control in the later rounds, his powerful right hand and rising confidence could lead him to victory.
Joseph Parker fight, he's bigger than Parker, naturally bigger. He punches hard on him, but Parker's on a couple of decent wins. Yeah, beat Zhang, beat Deontay Wilder. They're good wins, in good form. Do you know what I mean? He's looking like he's really getting his 2nd win in his career. So if Dubois can beat Joseph Parker after the wipeout job against AJ, he really has established himself as a bona fide world champion.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fight that will be good, because you never know, because Parker's got all that, he's got bags of experience.
Chris Algieri believes Parker's adaptability could be the key to victory. He pointed out that Dubois has struggled against opponents who rely on movement and strategy, areas where Parker's experience and ring intelligence shine. Do you agree? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Really tough fight for Dubois. Not an easy route for anyone in the heavyweight division, this new version of Joseph Parker. The guy's got a very good chin. He's got a great gas tank, good motor. He knows how to fight punchers. He's coming off of 2 humongous punchers in Wilder and Zhang. Granted, Wilder didn't fight the fight, doesn't look to himself, but Zhang sure did. Zhang dropped him twice. Parker got up and outboxed him. He's a very, very capable guy in there, even a heavyweight. He's a big guy, too. People forget. Yes, he's a technician. Yes, he's kind of crafty and will outmaneuver you, but he's big enough, durable enough to deal with these super heavyweight guys and a big punch like Dubois. Very, very tough fight. Good match.
Dave Allen initially leaned toward Parker, praising his experience and intelligent boxing skills. However, he also acknowledged Dubois' notable improvements and growing strength, which make the fight far more competitive. Allen remarked that while Dubois is undoubtedly powerful, he's also evolved, shedding past criticisms of his chin and mental toughness.
I can see Parker beating him on points, yeah. But Dubois is getting bigger and stronger all the time. Like Dubois is a different kettle of fish now 2 years ago. So, you know, when it only takes one fight to paint a picture, like, I used to be known as one of the hardest men in British boxing. I pull out in the corner against Fraser Clark. I'm a quitter on this and that. You know, you go from one of the hardest men in British boxing to a quitter overnight. Well, I used to look at Dubois and go, he's got a bit of quitting in him. He's a bit chinny out. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not anymore, is he? Like, he's walked through hrgovic, walked through Miller, walked through Josh.
Sean Porter has expressed strong confidence in Daniel Dubois, particularly after his dominant performance against Anthony Joshua. Porter believes Dubois' steady improvements and recent activity make him well prepared to handle Joseph Parker's challenge. He also highlighted that heavyweights often mature later than lighter fighters, suggesting Dubois is still approaching his peak. This fight could further solidify Dubois' position in a division filled with top contenders like Jarrell Miller and Filip hrgovic.
Jarrell Miller, Filip hrgovic, Anthony Joshua now fighting Joseph Parker within 18 months. He's only 27 years old.
Love it. I love that he's been busy. His fight with Joshua wasn't a big bruiser, so you know, coming back, and especially coming back against Parker is that's a really good fight for him. I think it's a fight that he'll win, but it's a good boxing match. You know, and then like I always say, more than anything, I want to see good boxing matches.
I think that what's been incredible with Daniel was, you know, years ago he got stopped by Joyce. A lot of people labelled him a quitter. Same thing happened in the Usyk fight.
He had to grow up. You know, and listen, this is what we know about heavyweights. They mature later than any other weight class, you know, so he matured a little later, and I think he's grown through some of his growing pains, and the worst thing for a fighter is you see our growing pain.
Gil Jong, who previously faced Joseph Parker in a closely contested bout, has also predicted a victory for Daniel Dubois. While Jong admires Parker's skill and resilience, he believes Dubois' relentless aggression and rising confidence will be the deciding factors. Drawing from his own experience in the ring with Parker, Jong emphasized Dubois' ability to deliver in high-stakes situations, making him the likely winner in this clash.
I like both fighters. I respect both fighters, but somewhere in my gut feeling is telling me that Dubois is gonna win this one, and because I admire his style. And I like how he approached the fight. I like Parker as well, but I believe subconsciously, I believe Dubois is going to win this.
Shannon Briggs has praised Joseph Parker's resilience, but believes Daniel Dubois has significantly developed, particularly in his punching power and tactical maturity. While Parker remains a tough opponent, Briggs feels Dubois' growth as a fighter could give him the edge in this matchup. He highlights that Dubois, being younger and stronger, may ultimately prevail in what is expected to be a highly competitive bout.
Guys fighting and staying busy and staying fighting. So he was the first guy really of this current era to me that would take a loss and come right back. Take a loss and come right back and get a win, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super impressed with him. Can he beat Dubois? He possibly can, but it ain't as easy as we say. As I would have said Parker all day before. But now, Dubois has changed. He changed up, man. He got better.
Malagi believes Daniel Dubois will need more than just explosive power to defeat Joseph Parker. He emphasized that Parker's multi-layered fighting style and his ability to handle aggressive opponents will force Dubois to showcase his boxing intelligence. Milagi suggests that Dubois will need to adjust to Parker's style, think on his feet, and adapt strategically to secure a win.
That's a good question. You know, it's probably, you're looking at a multi-layered fighter when it comes to Parker. I think you're going to have to, Dubois is going to have to show us something that we may not have seen in him. We know he's got this reputation as an explosive, bulky type of fighter who can create highlight reel knockouts. But I think he's going to have to show some of the IQ, if there is any, there. And that's going to expose whether there is any or not. And if he's able to beat Parker because he's going to have to show this IQ in this fight, then we're going to be able to check off another one of the boxes in terms of how we rate Dubois and say, okay, he's even higher and even better level than we've given him credit so far. You know, it's another one of those check marks that you can say, okay.
Nick Campbell believes the fight between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker is too close to call. He highlighted the strengths of both fighters, noting Dubois' aggressive power-punching style against Parker's adaptability and strategic approach. Campbell sees it as a fascinating stylistic matchup where Dubois aims to impose his will with power, while Parker leverages his ring intelligence and versatility to counter Dubois' aggression.
I think if you need to be honest about it, you know, listen, Joe's a really good friend of mine, but if I want to be impartial and I want to pass comment on things and I want to, you know, I need to be honest about it. It is a 50-50 fight. I think you look at both guys' momentum. You know, like you just said, Dubois has been unbelievable in his last 3 fights, 3 big wins. You look at Joe, his last 2 fights, especially Wilder and Zhang, 2 unbelievable wins, 2 great performances. I think if you look at both fighters, they're both pretty opposing characters, pretty polar opposite really in their personality, the way they go about things, their journey so far.
Derek Chisora believes Daniel Dubois' knockout power will be too much for Joseph Parker, predicting that the fight will end within 5 rounds. Chisora emphasizes that Parker lacks the chin to withstand Dubois' power, highlighting the widely held belief that Dubois' ferocious punching ability will severely test Parker's defense.
Think about that fight. Which one? Dubois Parker, if it does happen. I think Dubois wins it. You know, because I don't think Joseph Parker's got a strong enough chin. Daniel hits hard. You know, Daniel hits hard. So I see that fight. Daniel winning in 5 rounds.
Lorenzo O'Keefe offers a more nuanced view, acknowledging Dubois' power and speed, but suggesting Parker's style could create significant problems. O'Keefe highlights Parker's experience and technical skill, emphasizing his boxing IQ and ability to control the fight's tempo, making it challenging for Dubois to overcome.
I want to get your thoughts on a few things in the heavyweight division. First of all, the announcement that Dubois is defending his belt against Joe Parker. Your thoughts on that fight?
I think it's a great fight, and I like they're really putting Dan in there. You know, fight after fight after fight, hard fights. You know, I think Joseph Parker stylistically could cause him a lot of problems with his speed and experience, and he's been in there with the likes of Wilder and Zhang, who are 2 massive punchers. So it's not like the power that Dan, because Dan's got great power, but it's not something he's never seen before.
Okoli acknowledges Dubois' strong form and confidence, but remains skeptical of an easy victory, expecting Parker to put up a tough fight.
I think Dan's just a bit too much on a roll right now, so I do favour Dan, but I can just see how Parker could just nullify and just work his way to a point.
Amir Khan leans towards Dubois as the favorite in the matchup, impressed by his power and technical skill. Khan has followed Dubois closely, especially after his win against hrgovic. He believes Dubois' confidence from recent victories, including his win over Anthony Joshua, will be key to securing a victory over Parker.
I like Dubois, man. Dubois a beast. Honestly, I said that from when he fought against hrgovic. I said that, yo, who is this kid, man? I go, this kid's good. And I remember watching that live, and I like the way he fought and how he puts his punches together and how strong he is, and the way he took those fighters apart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win against Anthony Joshua. He's gonna have more confidence. So yeah, I think I got Dubois going in.
Adam Smith acknowledges the strength of Dubois, but praises Parker's preparation and condition. He highlights Parker's excellent shape and top-tier team, setting the stage for a memorable performance. Smith is confident that Parker's quality camp and determination will contribute to a strong showing against Dubois.
Second one, no soft touch here. Joseph Parker's in the form of his life. Andy Lee has been amazing for him. I spoke to Joe on my podcast a couple of days ago, and he is just absolutely bang up for this. He's put a bit of muscle on. He's got George Lockhart with him. He's got Andy Lee. He's got a great team. Obviously, one of the nicest people in boxing. Daniel Dubois has got the momentum and the confidence now. It's fantastic being around him. He came back from a holiday in Brazil, super sharp. I saw him on the pads, maybe in his first or second training session back, and he looked incredible.
Ultimately, the fight between Parker and Dubois is a captivating matchup with no clear favorite. Dubois has the advantage in raw power and youth, but Parker's experience and boxing skill make him a formidable opponent. The fight is expected to be thrilling, with a high possibility for either fighter to secure victory, depending on how it plays out. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.